why would he put an egg in your bath? What was the thinking behind it?
I've never found out.
He doesn't even justify it.
All I know is that I woke up the next morning and I have never felt so alive.
We're back to do another Would I Lie to You video. This is definitely the most requested person out of any of the contestants on Would I Lie to You, and that's Bob Mortimer. So going into this particular episode of Would I Lie to You, Bob Mortimer is a strange character because he has lived such a rich, random life.
Nice.
I can imagine anything that he says can potentially be a true story.
Okay. Nice.
Let's crack into this, and as always, let's try and figure out before we are told if he's lying or if he's telling the truth.
I'm just going to say straight up, who cracks an egg into a bath? That's just want that on the record, at least.
Bob Mortimer may be that person.
It's Bob.
Sorry?
It's you, Bob.
It's apple pie tonight.
Is it? Since Friday, then?
Yes.
Following advice from Chris Rea, I always crack an egg into my bath. I've done for 22 years.
20 years. I love his straight face.
We should say for any of the younger viewers, some of my fans, who Chris Rea was a very popular singer.
When did Chris Rea give you this advice, and in what context?
I was making a single for Middlesbrough Football Club's FA Cup appearance called Let's Dance, which I did with Chris Rea. And after we'd completed the recording, he popped me into the bath and there was an egg. It's an egg in it.
Just so casually
He popped you into the bath. It's been a long day, you must be very tired. I'll just pop you into the bath. Yeah. So where was this bath? Was it at the recording studio?
It's on a little island. And
Even though we're best mates, there's no chance I'm popping you into a bath, just FYI.
But the thing is, he's not even friends with this guy. It's apparently a guy he's co-working with to make a song. I don't even know. I don't think Bob's a singer. So I don't understand the circumstances
What's he
in
doing?
which you would ever pop anyone into a bath, let alone someone you've just made a song with.
Yeah, this is very close after that one song.
All right, let's see. We're only a quarter of the way in. So
Yeah.
Let's see where this story goes.
All right,
the middle of the Thames. It's as rare as recording studio is.
So you've been recording, presumably, in a room without a bath.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then you finish the recording, everyone's very happy with the track.
Yep.
And he says, Bob, you look tired. And maybe your joints are aching this way.
No, it's not exactly like that. It says, that's it, Bob, I think we've got that leg. That's your bedroom, that's your bath. I've popped an egg in there for you.
Is he Geordie?
Yes.
He's like where I'm from, Middlesbrough.
Right.
But he's much more Middlesbrough than me, like.
And why would he put an egg in your bath? What was the thinking behind it?
I've never found out.
He doesn't even justify it.
All I know is that I woke up the next morning and I have never felt so alive.
Was the egg still in its shell, floating, or had he gone...
No, the white had dissipated. Does that work?
Yeah.
It's fabulous. It's fabulous. It's non-greasy, which is a boon, isn't it?
Is it non-greasy?
Yeah, honestly.
It's less greasy
Absolutely.
than water without egg in it?
Do you have to mix it up, or do you just crack it and let it float?
Do you know what? You get in the bath, even in the bath where I am now, and you get in and you really don't want to burst the yolk. So the white goes, but the yolk's there, and you move like that, and you try and get it to come towards like that. And I don't know why, but you just do.
Have you ever had it get in your mouth?
You get it there like that. And then you get the yolk, and I use it for hair conditioning. I don't know how much hair, but to condition the hair on my skin.
So, just going back to the original occasion, Chris Rea had already run you a bath.
Yes.
I forgot about that detail.
I know, but if you knew Chris, it's just so Chris. Yeah. Do you know, the other thing is a couple of weeks later, he sent me a gold doily.
What is that?
I guess a doily is like one of those decorative mats that you put over a table before you like set it. So
Okay.
he gave you a gold. See, that's the thing. Like, I'm 100% not on board with this story. Like, I think it's a complete lie. But that's where Bob gets you, because adding a detail like that, you're like, no one could just make that up. He also just gave him a golden doily. So now I'm back on the fence again. I'm leaning towards no, but I'm back on the fence. Damn
See,
you, golden doily.
I fully anticipate that this guy looks like the type of person who would have fun with there being an egg in his bath, just letting it come to his chin.
I would put money on the fact that if this did not happen later that evening, he
He's done
had
it.
the idea and he did. He did. So either way, he's done it. Whether it happened before this or not, that's yet to be seen.
To dry yourself off.
What's up? I'm just saying, these things are just so crisp.
Do we think that the way Bob describes what happened to the egg white, is that... He says it just dissipates. Is that
If your bath
plausible?
is hot, then you're going to have a poached white.
I'd have thought the white would, yeah, would
Interesting.
turn white.
How hot does it have to be?
Wow, how hot is your bath?
Yeah.
Your bath is hot.
Boiling
An egg
point?
could poach
Well, I
in
don't
it.
know. Your claim is that it dissipates. I'm asking my team whether we believe that it would dissipate. Because if, for example, at the temperature of a bath, say 39 degrees Celsius, the white would turn opaque, then your story doesn't check out.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Absolutely agreed.
I think
I think an egg would definitely just sort of like stay there. It'll go all stringy and gross and kind of leak around, but there'll be remnants of an egg the whole time. Like, this is just the white area. I'm not talking about the yellow area. It would always be there, though, wouldn't it?
Well, I don't know. I could see there being like a weight distribution so that in the water it may make some of the egg fall lower. Like, you know, when you make scrambled eggs and there's just you can just see yellow, but there is like the white underneath it when you stirring it all together.
Yeah.
Like in a bathtub, it's a lot deeper, so maybe perceivably it dissipates, but it's still somewhere at the bottom. Somehow not
Actually-
greasy.
No, hang on. I'm thinking that the egg white bit would be white. It would be still relatively clear. It'll just
Clear.
be like a thicker texture.
Yeah.
So maybe you can't see it, but like it would certainly be greasier than water without an egg in it. So
But
Let's
maybe what he's saying is it does something for his skin. Like, you know how there are heaps of just grandmothers, old wives' recipes, and it's just like that's one of them.
yeah, I could definitely imagine this coming from like Chris Rea's great-great-grandmother and passed down in the generations. It has never done anything for anyone, but no one questions it.
Yeah, he never asked why, so he's passed it on.
She lived to like 98, so it's like,
Yeah.
well, we can't stop doing it now because like it looks like it's gonna work. So
Yeah.
all right, here we go.
What do you think, David?
I think it's fair to say that if anyone else had made this allegation about Chris Rea and an egg in their bath, we wouldn't be giving it a moment's consideration. Somehow, coming from Bob, it might be true.
I think
You think it's...
it's true because he's been about a bit, Bob.
No.
I think the white would poach.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think the egg is the
the
important
chemical
part.
analysis of the behaviour of the albumin.
David, honestly, one thing, please don't base it on the album and whitening. It does not happen. It does not. I can't have a bath at 80 plus degrees.
Is that the temperature at which an egg white will
80 it'll start at about 80, yeah. Honestly, please don't
Confidence in how he says it.
What should I base it on, Bob?
Do you want to...
What are you going to say?
Instinctively, I believe it. We're going to go true.
They're gonna go with I believe it. What are you gonna go with?
I don't believe it. One frame of him just before, like, as he's nodding, he looked like a deer in headlights. And to me, I think, like, he's trying to hide something here. I'm going to say it's false.
I'm gonna go with false as well because there was that bit just towards the end in the last like 20 seconds of that clip where he also had that look of like, I may be getting away with this. When they're like, it's Bob, it could happen. He's just like, yeah, that's where I want you to go. So all right, we're both gonna go with it being a lie.
Yeah.
You're saying true. Okay, so Bob, Chris Rea, eggs Is it the truth? Or is it a lie?
This is awful.
I was telling a lie.
Yes! Got him.
Of course it's a lie. He said Chris Rea put an egg in his bath. Of course it's a lie. It's obviously a lie. Who could possibly believe that? It'd be more likely that someone was stuck in a car wash for 3 hours.
Yes, it's a lie. Bob doesn't crack an egg into his bath following advice from Chris Rea.
Wow.
Oh, what a great story, though. Well told, well played, Bob. Well played. The beautiful thing about this is there is a ton of Bob Mortimer clips. I think he's been in the show a lot more than James Acaster has, so there is a lot we can check out. There are, like, compilations. I tend not to want to click on the compilations because sometimes they'll, like, shorten them down and just put the jokes as opposed to, like, the full story of the segment. And I prefer us to get, like, a full story each time. So, that one was really good. If there is any specific Bob Mortimer clips that we should check out, or if there's a chronology to which stories we should hear at what stage, let us know and we'll chip away through his stories because I love Bob. I'll watch as much Bob Mortimer as you want to watch.
It's so good. I particularly like watching Bob just then because his stories are so well crafted that it is more of a challenge to guess whether it's a lie or the truth. Whereas the young guy that we were watching the other day,
James Acaster,
yes. Like, again, it's very similar. Like, you can't tell until there's one or two details that just don't make sense. I love this.
Yeah. Bob, to me, is like the perfect uncle. Like, I want him to be my uncle. Just hear crazy stories and just hang out with him because he's such a weirdo in the best possible way. Like, I love the way his brain works.
Yeah. Like, I could imagine, like, in the UK culture, he being one of those embarrassing uncles, but us being Australian, we would just love that.
yeah, exactly. Well, no, like that was awesome. Definitely going to be chipping away at more of his. Guys, if you enjoyed that reaction, check out our other Would I Lie to You reactions. We've got a couple of them up there now. You can check them out at that link right there. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for the next one.